Indoor TV, how to assemble. Subtitles by the community, amara.org. Hey guys, welcome to our complete guide on Indoor TV. Today we are going to present you step by step on how to set up your own Indoor TV network, whether it's for your business, event, or establishment. So, let's go. First, let's understand what Indoor TV is and why it's so powerful. Indoor TV is simply the use of screens indoors to transmit specific content. It can be an amazing tool to increase your brand's visibility, inform your customers, and even increase your sales. It is very common to find this type of resource inside shopping malls, gas stations, pharmacies, and even markets. So, now that we know what an indoor TV is, we need to identify the target audience and define clear and essential objectives, whether it's to promote products, provide useful information, or simply entertain while customers wait, which is a very common case with lottery houses. Dental clinics which will operate like this. You'll have your TV there with some content that will entertain your customers. So, when the customer is there waiting in line, which would be a loving thing, a boring thing, he will have the indoor TV as a distraction, that he will watch some cool content, and it will end up, that time will pass faster. And something that would sometimes be a little more unpleasant becomes something cooler, more fun. So, after defining what your type of content will be, just like I gave as an example of lottery houses and dentists, we also need to define the equipment, from screens, media players, to content management software. Each component plays a very important role, doesn't it? So, we have to, for example, the most important thing there will be to define the location of your TV, because it will have to be in some very eye-catching place, in some place where people will have a lot of visibility of this TV. So after defining this location, which would be a very attention-grabbing location in your establishment or business, you'll have to possibly make the most important decision. Will you use a physical resource, or will you opt for a digital or web resource? Because with a physical resource, you'd have to use all this material perhaps on a USB stick, maybe a DVD player that you're going to place under the television to display the content that you're going to present to your customers. However, a much simpler way to proceed would be to utilize digital resources like the web TV provided by JMV. With web TV, you will be able to upload all your videos onto our platform, and there you can compile a complete playlist. So you'll decide which video will play next. You could maybe insert an advertisement between one video and the next. You can literally assemble your schedule just the way you want it, can't you? So instead of having to physically go there, put a USB stick, put a DVD, do it every day, you can just hire a service like our web TV, do all the editing there, and simply reproduce that content on your TV indoor. And with the equipment ready, it's time to create your content. And remember, content is paramount. So for example, if you have already defined what your TV indoor will be, for example, to distract the customers while they await in a line, then it's crucial that this content be content that will cater to all types of ages. Let's take the example, for instance, of the dental clinic. There will be a child audience, both adult, male, female, so you have to have some content there that is timeless, that will be able to distract all kinds of audiences. This part, though, is very specific to each niche. So perhaps let's throw in an example of an industry over there that's going to use For instance, imagine a company wants to use indoor TVs to share information about dress codes and expected conduct. This is very specific to your business and the purpose of your TV, isn't it? Just to remind you, defining this content is critical. Once it's been installed, we need to keep the content updated. One way, revisiting our web TV feature makes it much easier to update this content. Because if you have multiple screens and need to configure, let's say, a USB drive that goes into the TV, it's much easier to set up a web TV, and it will apply to all others, right? And folks, that's our guide on how to set up your indoor TV. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked, follow us on our social media here on YouTube, on Instagram, and Facebook. We're always here for you if you need anything. So a big hug and see you later.